I have news that may interest you. A scout has spotted a prisoner caravan in the Spinner's Holt, a mushroom forest near the sporing tunnels. The prisoners are being moved, and will soon be out of reach entirely. Levia Vandry is behind this, I am certain. She is consolidating her most valued prisoners since you drove her out of the Tower of Gabsul Nasad. The caravan is quite well guarded, so we suspect the prisoners are important. Free them before they reach their destination. The resistance to the Lothian Loyalists' incursion into the Northdark reaches is growing stronger, but if we are to discover their purpose, we must first locate them.
The oldest of the Lost Ones have powerful spores. These priests use the spores to entrance travelers. Very dangerous. Will the Meatling return corrupted priests to the ground? Make the lake safer for all? The corrupted priests are returned to the ground. Their bodies will nourish the future. The lake is safer now. This one thanks the Meatling.
Have you seen the Driders lurking around in the Spinner's Holt, friend? By the look on your face, I would venture to say yes. Forgive me, but I find them quite disturbing. Any one of them could have been a friend, a colleague, or family member, and knowing that hurts me to my core. That their forms have been tormented and twisted as such, it is just terrible. As most of them are unwilling to give up loath punishment, the only way to restore their dignity is to free them from their pain and suffering by hand. Please, adventurer, travel to the Spinner's Holt and free my tortured kin who have been turned into Driders. You need not say a word, adventurer. The look on your face alone tells me that you have remained true to your word. Thank you for releasing my kin from their torment. I can only hope they find peace in their slumber.
Amongst the Loyalists there are those who blur the line between weaving spells and webs, arachnomancers. These students of arcane devote their energy to harnessing the power of spiders. Their magic has proven to be quite an obstacle for our forces in the Shimmering Webs. I need you to eliminate as many arachnomancers as you can, my friend. The blaspheme is depending on you. It is no wonder they call you the hero of Neverwinter, my friend. By culling the arachnomancers, you have weakened the Loyalist control over their pet spiders. Our forces will act quickly to exploit this temporary weakness. Thank you again.
Levia Vandry and her drow and Drider forces are operating at someone else's behest. Levira is somewhere here, in the Spinner's Holt. If we can track her down, perhaps we can find out who leads above her. Rumpadum's rapport spores have been permeating the caves and our minds. He may have a clue as to where they are hiding.
This one has learned the hiding place. You will go through the forest. Caves are beneath it. Caves are sealed by magic. Meatlings call the caves Nerdalamshin. Myconids do not know the meaning of these words. Meatlings hide in the tunnels, dark elves and others. Myconids do not go there. You will go there. This one will keep our spore talk in your head while you travel. See what you see. Guide you if able. This one is caged. Perhaps it is friendly.
Ah, rescuers, I am grateful. I was beginning to think my end was rapidly approaching. Indeed. Well, you found me, and not a moment too soon. Levira Vandry was planning to sacrifice me to Lolth, I am certain. These Lothians have found a way to corrupt the Myconids, to change their communication spores to cause madness in those affected. Minilin Fae? How interesting. I shall make my way there and offer my assistance. You should do the same, if you are able.
Tunnels here. Sealed. Rumpadump told you.
We have found the entrance to Levira Vandry's hidden tunnels, near Telamshin, but the doors are sealed. With her trapped, she'll not cause much mischief, but the threat is far from ended. We must find a way to break the seal and enter near Telamshin, to defeat Levira and, we hope, to discover the identity of her leader. You located Braylon Janquet as well, I see. This bodes well for us indeed.
We must stay a step ahead of the Loyalists at all times. Me? I am a scout of Bragan Derth. You could say I provide services as they are needed. The shape of those services can change, but it all comes to the same end. Information is power, and it does not come cheap. Have any information for me? The king is an old friend of mine. I met him through a fellow Bragan Derth, Jarlaxle Bainray, and I have provided him with scouting services since. The dwarf has his reasons for keeping abreast of affairs in the Underdark. We all do. Bruno and I have a healthy respect for one another these days. That was not always the case. Oh, the stories I could tell you. Maybe later. Inside Neart Elamshin, there are surely many drow and driders. Fighting through an entire army is foolish, and I am no fool. Their numbers are not so overwhelming when one considers the amount of territory they are trying to hold, though. To that end, if we are to attack Neart Elamshin, we should first draw out as many Lothian loyalists as possible. I have scouted the Spinner's Holt and marked several locations I believe Vandry's forces consider strategically important. Go to these locations and cause a ruckus. Draw them out, stretch their lines thin, and the path to Vandry becomes that much easier. The Lothian loyalists are working hard to defend the Spinner's Holt, and that means they are not defending Neart Elamshin. When the time is right, we will slip past them and cut the head off the snake.
I am Sarabel Zolarin de Werden, daughter of Zirith Zolarin, and a former priestess of Loth. I have come to the Northdark reaches with the blaspheme because I seek an end to the chaos wrought by the so-called queen. The blaspheme are greatly outnumbered by the Lothian loyalists, and our resources are dwindling. This is why I must speak with Bruno. As for the finer details, suffice it to say that I learned from my mistakes as a priestess of Loth, and I have no intentions of dying by said mistakes. The time approaches to attack Neart Elamshin and defeat Levira Vandry. I may have a way to help. In the Shimmering Webs, there remain many Myconid prisoners. These prisoners have been infected by the corrupting poisons Vandry's forces are using, but they are not yet fully lost. Rumpadump will not allow them to be rescued and brought here, as he believes the corruption is contagious. But he has said nothing against rescuing them and bringing them somewhere else. Bring these runic anchors to the Myconids, and I will be able to direct my magic to them, to teleport them to your aid during the coming assault. The trap is set. When we assault Neart Elamshin, I will be able to bring these Myconid prisoners out from their cages directly into the battle. Levira Vandry will not see this coming. The magical seals on Neart Elamshin are potent, but they can be defeated. In order to make an attack on Levira Vandry's hideout, we will need to bring down these seals. For that, I need assistance. There are points of magical power around the entrance. I've crafted sigils which, if placed correctly, will help me focus my power and Minolin phase on the seal. With time, we can strip the magical defenses and breach Neart Elamshin. The runes are placed, and we are making progress. Soon Neart Elamshin's doors will be open, and we will destroy Levira Vandry and her forces.
We are ready. The seal is broken. The Loyalist forces are distracted. Cerebel's trap is set. It is time to breach Neart Elamshin and defeat Levira Vandry. Remember, my friend, that Levira is the tip of the spear. We need to know who wields the spear. Rumpadump will use his telepathic communications force to keep us informed of your movements. Reinforcements will arrive as they are needed.
The magic is gone. The caves are open.
Fool! Epley! You could not kill me should you try! You will be my sacrifice to Lolth, my path to her favor! Lolth, my queen, all I wanted was your favor.
Levira is dead, and at last we know whom she served. Ilvara Misram, a fallen priestess, a Drider. Now we must find her and end this incursion.